Hey guys, first regardsman here, and I'll be talking about a heroic power sword salamanders build for Space Marine 2 patch 14 on the Bulwark class. Now, the new salamanders power sword is actually kind of low-key cracked. This weapon does a ton of damage. It is very fluid. I currently think this is the best fencing option for the power sword, much better than the relic tier here, and the heroic perk effect also got buffed up this patch. It is called Nocturne's Retort. Perfect parry to empower the blade and deal 300% more damage to the next light attack and speed style. Hold up to 6 in power stacks. The parry window is smaller, so your speed style attacks are actually hitting like as hard as a power rake on this option. It is very strong, and also keep in mind that when you perfect parry an enemy in Space Marine 2, they will get a 50% damage taken debuff for, like 2 seconds, which is actually long enough to just like slip in some speed style attacks on top of that. So you're doing a ton of extra damage to enemies. This weapon is super fun, and it's honestly way better than I expected. I know a lot of you guys are a bit disappointed that this one doesn't have a burning effect, but even without that, it's still a very good option, and definitely the strongest of the bunch besides like the Lord Executioner's Axe for the melee choices. Now, for the perk tree on this, it's pretty standard. There's really only like one major change I would make versus like a normal relic tier power sword. So number one, it takes Armored Strength, moving here into the perk Master of Offense. After you switch your sword combat style, you'll deal 20% more melee damage for 5 seconds. Cooldown is 10 seconds. Now, some people have asked me, why would you swap your sword combat style on this one? Well, the thing about the power sword is, to properly utilize this weapon, you need to be dodging and animation, well, not even animation canceling, just stance swapping to use your lunging attacks, which means you're going to be going in and out of your stances all the time, even with this version, and you'll trigger this for a free buff and switch back to your speed style, because the 10-second uptime is quite long, which means you can actually get like an entire combo off while these empower stacks are on the weapon. Now, one more thing about the empower stacks I want to mention here is that even though it does not say how many you get per perfect parry, you will actually get 3 per perfect parry, and even though the game doesn't tell you that, so it's actually way stronger than it sounds initially. Next perk here is Perpetual Strength, and down here the perk Perpetual Strength again. Then I pick up the perk here Tranquility into the perk here Melee Onslaught for 10% melee damage buff. Then we grab the perk here Hard Target for 15% less range damage while performing a light combo, which is super good on this build. And then we go into the perk here Cutting Edge for 50% more damage on the Power Rake, because even on this weapon, you'll still Power Rake to like cleave through enemies. Still a pretty good range attack, so I would definitely pick this up. Final perks here are Extremis Slayer, Majora Slayer, and Terminus Slayer for a catch-all damage buff, and you really do not need Minoru Slayer because Minoru's already die very quickly on this weapon anyways, and you also have a perfect parry window that's like a fencing, even though this one's like more equivalent to a block. Next weapon here is Speed Restoration, or perk effect is Speed Restoration for double CHP recovery and speed style, and that is all there is for the Salamander's Power Sword. I mean, double contested health on your speed style attacks is pretty nice. I mean, it's not as strong as, say, like, power rakes of the power style, but still pretty good here. Also, keep in mind, CHP recovery in Space Marine 2 is based on damage dealt in a lot of cases, so this is actually pretty strong, even though it's capped on melee weapons occasionally. Now, for the secondary, I do take the Rate of Fire Plasma against Chaos and Tyranids sometimes. If you want to take things like the Bolt Carbine one-handed, Heavy Bolt Pistol, or the Bolt Pistol standard variant versus Tyranids for Zoanthropes, you definitely can. I will probably do that for my run, but overall, Rate of Fire in teams, this is very strong. The only reason it kind of sucks in true solo sometimes is because the game will just send like endless Zoanthropes at you and Neurothropes, because when you're by yourself as a melee class, it likes to just spam range at you, but that's not really an issue for most players. Now, for the perk tree setup on this, let's go all the way down the top tree for things like Perpetual Velocity, Plasma Collection, Efficient Charge, and Divine Might for a damage buff. That's pretty much all there is for this one. Now, for the perk tree here, this is pretty standard. We start off with Intimidating Aura first. A perfect time parry deals AoE damage within a 5-meter radius. The cooldown is 5 seconds. I mean, this pairs perfectly with like any fencing power sword, but especially this one. You will be dealing so much free damage, empowering your blade for all that free extra damage on top of your melee attacks, so really good synergy there. And really, I mean, Intimidating Aura is just a top tier perk in the game for every build anyways. Next perk here is Scramble Targeting. If you're surrounded by 5 or more enemies, you take 25% less damage from range attacks. And then I pick up the perk here, Seal Within, for a 30% health damage reduction when below 50% HP. Now, because we have a fencing weapon, Armor Reinforcement is also a pretty good pick. So if you want to take Armor Reinforcement and like Advanced Conditioning or just stack more armor and Focus Restoration, you can definitely do that. I just prefer the damage reduction here for damage nukes. Next perk here is Focus Restoration. Every 30 seconds, all team members automatically restore one armor segment. Moving here into the perk Purity of Purpose, the banner deals damage over time to enemies in this area of effect. This is by far the best perk in this column because the amount of free damage you get off of this is kind of nuts. It will wipe out Minoras, deal significant damage to Extremis, Majoras, and even bosses, and adds a ton of extra value to stuff like Glory's Shield, which I take next here, which says your banner has an AoE to let your entire team take 20% less damage, and the banner will last 20% longer. Next perk here is Merciless Resolve for a no knockback effect for 10 seconds on a Shield Bash, Shield Rush, or Thunder Hammer Pommel Smash, and a melee damage increase of 15%. Now, all you have to do to trigger this is just Shield Bash the air, so keep that in mind. You don't actually have to hit any enemies directly with your Shield Bash. Next perk here is Defensive Mastery. A perfect time parry or block instantly incapacitates a Majora's or Extremis level enemy. The cooldown is 90 seconds. I mean, wiping out a Extremis spawn boss fight with one parry is just god tier in this game, and even in modes like Siege mode, this will scale up tremendously. Now, for the prestige perk options, I take Auxiliary Reload first for ammo economy, moving here into the perk Resilience, Overcharge, and Masterful Defense or Powerful Shot. Now, if you are not taking the Rate of Fire Plasma, you don't want to take this perk here because it is just one secondary magazine, which is not that valuable on some options. You can skip over this, just take Resilience, Overcharge, Masterful Defense, and Powerful Shot, or maybe even Standard Bearer, because Standard Bearer is actually pretty good to just give you some options when you put your banner down. But that's pretty much all there is for this build, guys. I mean, the Salamander's Power Sword may be disappointing to some people because there's no burn on it, but the weapon itself is actually very strong, and I think it might be the best option out of all of the heroics in the new patch, if I'm being honest, at least for the melee especially. And that's all to say in this one, guys. If you like content like this, subscribe for more, and want to catch me live to ask me questions about the game or just come hang out, you can find me here on YouTube or on Twitch with a link in the video description, and also a link to my community Discord. I also want to say a special thank you to my channel members. Your guys' support has been tremendous over the past 2 years, and I really cannot thank you enough. And as always, thank you for watching. Take it easy. Bye. Funny, this shit loves giving to you a bunch of zone throws. 3 zone throws? Why do you deserve that? We must have gotten a Extremis spawn in the middle of this. God, look at that damage.
That silent tyranny for the Emperor!
God, we love it, don't we?
Reload.
God, it hates my ass. So we did take Auxiliary Reload here, so it's actually gonna come in handy. There are a lot of fucking Extremis around us right now. Might actually need the ammo.
They found it.
That's actually is all range spam. I love it. See, it knows. It knows when you're a Bulwark.
Skithers with wind. Fresh touch. Searching round. Honor our captive colors, brother. Unleashing frag grenade. Galaxies of yours. Fresh magazine.
Finally. Hopefully the next one is just a card effect, dude. That's just annoying. God damn. And I can definitely live without. I can live without 3 zone throws. That's why we took the bolt pistol. That's why I take bolt pistols versus Tyranids, because dealing with zone throws. If I had a plasma pistol there, I would probably just want to. I don't know what I would have done. Been very annoyed, probably.
Ammunition here.
This is the PTS, right? The new update hasn't dropped. No, this is the update's out. PTS has been closed for weeks.
Ready to leave. Approaching the Astra Military.
Yeah, the new Deathwatch Stalker Bullet Rifle is a little odd.
Quiet.
Odd decision. The body shot, making a Stalker Bullet Rifle around body shots was definitely a choice.
We are inside the Astra Militarum camp.
Talassa, you need to acquire the Astra Militarum demolition codes required to deploy and arm their ordnance. Source one from any soldier you see, alive or otherwise.
That silence too many shit.
The light attacks finally feel viable. I mean, they're viable. They're already good in the BTS. They actually work. You just couldn't use it on the Bulwark for whatever reason.
Try searching the bodies.
Oh, I love this. They'll eventually cave, enable headshots on the hero perk. I mean, they already should. It's like, it's kind of ridiculous to have a heroic weapon that works like that.
Reload. Most of the equipment is in shambles. Try searching the bodies. Not what we are looking for.
Damn.
Only orders on this, officer. Where shall I plant this flag?
Next we're looking at the Prime.
A fruitless search. This looks promising. We have located the codes, Command.
Proceed to the Promethium refinery and complete the demolition preparations.
Yeah. I mean, we think a melt a bomb. That's a bit better. Oh.
Becoming forward! That Xenos is living on Earth! Exterminate it! Brush the Revenant through.
I think the gun portion of the new Death Launch Stalker Bolt Rifle feels good. It just seems like a buff.
Skittles the great.
So many fucking guys here. Look at this.
That silence shit. Swarm of demons. Fresh cartridge. Load up.
Alright, now we can finally leave. And we could have left before, but now we can leave and, you know, without feeling bad. This choice between Death Launch, Drift, and new weapons harder than I thought. Not for me, dude.
There is no
I
going
went
back.
straight for weapons.
Obstacle removed. All this unprocessed promethium shall make a fire that will be seen from the stars.
Are you on Switch? We sure are.
Battery ready to deploy. Reload. This galaxy is the door.
Oh, the new power sword looks cool. The new power sword is cool. Very cool. Also very good. It was already pretty good in the BTS when it worked, but now it fucking works right. This Salamanders no play for good damage buff? Yes, it did.
Talasa, the Cadians are running out of time. How close are you to the predictive facility?
Entering the refinery, command.
You are making good
That's really
time.
fucking good.
We are going to
Salamander's
need
power sword is pretty damn good.
Our banner awaits Inferno. Looks like preparations were close before the guard
I'm probably gonna
was
make a guide
wiped
for this
out.
after.
Use the codes
Weapon
to bring
itself.
the bomb and finish its deployment into the crude Promethean well. Cautiously. If you know what is good for you.
What difficulty is this? Is absolute. Really put anything lower. Okay.
Melter charge prime. Deploying now.
Rates of activation have been observed. The generators hungry the machine constantly. Crane sequencing initialized. Delivering payload.
For the speed balance, I don't think any of the balance power swords are all that good. Even though, I mean, Xenophase is good, but balance parry windows in this game are just not very strong.
Vibrations emitting from
Almost as
generators.
a rule.
Operator, bring it into harmony of timing.
Oh, shit.
X-axis aligned. By the Omnissiah's will.
This is a precise operation. We will have to hold out. Hostiles approaching. Generator 1.
Ow. Turbo guns.
Overcrowding alert. Generator 1. Unauthorized personnel.
The sword looks small. I mean, it looks the same like all the other power swords.
Dislodge the enemy from that generator.
balance pretty much not as bad as people make it out to be. That makes the game harder, but it's not that bad. It's pretty fucking bad. The negative, there are things you just genuinely cannot respond to that will kill you that would not kill you on the other two weapon types. They're pretty terrible. A 10-frame negative startups are like an enormous, gargantuan cataclysmic downside against some things. It's a game where you can get frame trap pretty easily already. And having no 0-frame startup is horrific. Unless you're in Assault, you can animation cancel it with a jump pack dash.
Hold out the welcome. The deed is nearly done.
Or Attack Marine, where your gunstrikes have no animation. Help out with him. You can stagger the enemies.
Punish the ignorant iconoclasts.
Think of the Ordeals Guide video? Yeah, it's actually pretty easy. I'll be doing that after this. Show you this. They're not very hard at all.
Follow me through.
When they change it, gives 0-frame startup and it's fine. I mean, they just lower the. Honestly, I don't even know how you would change balance. What would you do? Probably because it's like a. It was the base game parry window for like all the weapons, pretty much. Okay, that's fine.
That silence too deep to find. What's your footing? Our glorious battle.
A little gross.
That is no Hordes. Steal your mind. We have to trample the flickering pirates.
I'm just gonna go over here. Deal with that shit.
Searching round. That carnifex with everything we have. Fresh magazine. Another scene of atrocity. Rearm. That's ready to deploy. That's the line. Buildings. This galaxy is the floor.
All right. Shift that works bad over. Gotta run for the shift change. Thanks for keeping me awake through it. No problem, none of your business. No problem at all. We are currently.
Inserting rounds.
That'd be a faster car effect than Bashwork.
You've arrived
No.
at Nozick's facility.
Bashwork's pretty
Run
nuts.
distraction efforts as long as you can.
We will be your bulwark, Titus. Rest assured.
I will hold you to that.
That was pretty peak though.
Crush the dominant humans of our Skitters the great became hot. The flames will stand against better than any war. Where shall I
that.
plant this flag?
What's your favorite new heroic? Probably this one.
Keep going forward.
The Lord Executioner's Axe is also pretty good, but I think I actually prefer this one now. I think I do.
Come on, we have reached the ambush position.
Dig in. We need that bomb triggered for optimal yield. Orbital scan estimates the bulk of the swarm will not be in position for a while yet. Keep your heads and get it done.
Enemies have split from the main force. Prepare to intercept. Reload.
The bulk of the swarm is continuing along the predicted path. Continue holding.
We crush the ravenous humans. Waste nothing, brothers.
is where power styles are better, because still we're enemies having to get fights. Also, the white streaks here are nicer.
Enemies on our rear flank! Ammunition here!
Alright, where are they coming out from this time? Right down here.
Crack grenade in. Fail that motion.
Halfway there, brothers. Keep it up.
I will block the Xenos advance! Cover me!
Although we're in threat, I think the prime stuff. How about the heroics? So they're pretty good.
These galaxies look good!
I think the only one that's like a little odd is the Death Watch Stalker Bull Rifle. I don't know what they were cooking with that, but everything else is good.
The swarm has almost fully committed. Be ready for my mark.
Okay.
Fresh cartridge.
Would ironically be a good weapon for Froggy. I don't know if she can handle the parry window.
Hold up.
The 0 frame.
You are clear to detonate. Cook those rotten bastards.
Understood, come. Ready in the charge. The swarm will look
SEG, why won't they let us shoot the Power Physical Inferno pistol slash melt the? I don't know, let me ask Saber real quick. But I definitely have a direct
Swarm
one too.
annihilation confirmed.
They said because they hate you.
Move to extract.
That was a response.
Extraction.
Alright, that is the Salamander Power Sword. Pretty good. Now functional in the Bulwark class. Fully functional.